time for Weather with Alan Rose, and we're going to see a cool down.
We are, and maybe just a little bit of rain.
Nice.
Probably not in
Maybe.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Well, you can at least pull out the dusty umbrella, right? And a couple of sweaters.
You might as well. It's a good idea. You know, it is going to cool down this weekend, but keep this in mind. We've been in the 80s all week long. So when I say 10 degrees cooler, that still means 70s, and that's pretty close to average, maybe a little bit below it through the upcoming weekend. Look at these 6 o'clock temperatures, still in the 70s in many spots, although a few areas now down to the 60s. It's 63 currently in Lompoc, 66 in Santa Maria, and still 71. Nice evening out there in Santa Barbara. Looking at your weather headlines, the cooler, cloudier weather, all courtesy of a weather system dropping down the coastline. It's going to usher in a chance for some isolated showers, mostly north of Santa Barbara, north of Point Conception. And then next week, unfortunately, we don't stick with this wet pattern. It's a quick taste of fall. We warm things back up and bring that summer-like feel into your forecast. Here's the developing storm. This is really going to impact to be a big player in our weekend forecast. As this front slides to the east, it's going to push that warm ridge of high pressure out into the southwest, and we'll see most of the steadier rain north of the Bay Area, some showers into San Francisco, Monterey, and also maybe San Luis Obispo and western parts of Santa Barbara County, and then it's relatively dry as you head from Santa Barbara southward. Temperatures, though, that's going to be the big story for us, and some gusty winds, especially for the south coast. Could see advisory level winds in your forecast as we head towards Sunday night. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy. Cooler, a bit breezy from time to time, high of 75 in Santa Barbara, 72 for Santa Maria and Orcutt. We'll see highs backing off into the 60s around Vandenberg, low 60s Morro Bay with mostly cloudy skies. And yeah, a few isolated showers. San Luis Obispo County seeing about a 30% chance for measurable rainfall. And some spots could see around 1/10 of an inch before it's all said and done. 79 for Ojai and 73 in Ventura. On the channel tomorrow, winds are relatively light for the first part of the weekend. A west swell 3 to 5 feet. The big story is the high tides, especially in Ventura County. Some high surf to the south could mean some coastal flooding in those low-lying beach areas. So certainly keep an eye on that as you head to the coast, and maybe don't get out of the car if things look a little bit dicey. Santa Barbara 7-day forecast, gusty winds, and because of those sundowners, our temperatures don't cool as much as some of these other coastal cities. Our next 7-day, we'll take a look at Ventura, low 70s through the weekend, and then we warm things back up as we head into the next work week. San Luis Obispo, just a little bit of a taste of fall, we'll put it that way. Warmer again by Monday, highs into the 80s by the middle of the week. A few isolated showers in Santa Ynez, fewer clouds on Sunday, and then we warm things up. Now, I did mention out in the extended past Halloween, sort of been going back and forth with these models. Here's a look ahead to next weekend. Basically, we're watching a developing area of low pressure, which could drop a little farther to the south. That's good news for us. The low this weekend moves inland up towards Portland. This one, if the models play it right, could move inland towards San Francisco, which for us would bring us some steady rainfall, maybe the first real rain of fall. So it just depends on the track of the low. It's really far out to sort of nail it down and get a sort of timing or confidence. But, you know, the models are sort of going back and forth with how far south it goes, and sometimes it's been pretty wet. So we'll certainly keep a close on it. At least it's a glimmer of hope.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Alan.